I love blue eyeshadow and I feel like it gets a really bad rap. Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be my subscriber request. Like y'all voted on my channel a community post where I asked if you would rather see a brand new first impressions video, a brand new first impressions eyeshadow palette video from me, or creating another look with a pretty new palette that I've already used. So I'm excited to say that I had a pretty good turnout. And I appreciate so much everybody who voted. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and look out for community posts if you didn't get a chance to vote, because I do like to get a little test of the waters and see what it is that y'all would like to see from me specifically from time to time. So yeah, I really love doing that and learn what it is that you would rather see. And it's just a way for you to get to tailor your content from me. So yeah. So for the new palette in my collection that recently released that I haven't yet played with, which is pretty crazy that I haven't played with it yet, because I love blue eyeshadow. I love blue eyeshadow so much, and I feel like I manifested this eyeshadow palette into reality, because one of the things that kept me from wanting to ever get an eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury is the fact that her little blue quad, you know, she does those little super expensive, they're not super expensive, but for 4 eyeshadows, I guess it's kind of a lot. Anyway, she does those little like quads that have like 4 correlating colors that are just like perfect for an eye look, makes it really simple and easy and complete and cohesive. Well, every time that I perused her website, I would see the one that had the blue shades, and that was really the one that was calling to me. So I never ended up buying any of them from her website because I couldn't get that one. I did think about picking up the kind of cool tone one. I digress. Y'all voted to see a first impressions from me, so that's what I'm here to give you. Today I'm going to be playing with the Charlotte Tilbury Denim eyeshadow palette. I am so excited to have this little eyeshadow palette in my collection. I was so excited to see it release, and then when it sold out before I was able to complete my Sephora order, because, you know, I was going back and forth on what I wanted to buy for that first order. I was pretty sad. So thank you so much, Ulta, for the Prestige 20% off coupon. I did already go through all of this in my haul video. So if you missed my haul video and you want to see what all it is that I picked up during those 2 sales, then I will leave that video up here in the eye and down below in the description box. No more dilly-dallying around. Just in case you are new here, my name is Michelle. I'm going to go ahead and get my eyes primed with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, and I'll be right back to get started with the blue eyeshadow look. I am going to be doing one look today because I want to wear this look the whole day, and so I'm just going to do one full look. If you would like to see an additional look from me, be sure to click like on this video so that I can know that, you know, it's got a good response and you want me to go ahead and take the time to create some more looks with this blue Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette for you, which I would love to do. And also leave me a comment down below to let me know so that I can get that worked into my to-do list for filming. And now that I'm slowly, knock on wood, literally knocking on wood for luck, please. Now that I'm slowly on the mend and I can see some sort of hope for my health on the horizon, I am starting to get back into the swing of filming. So if you've had a video request that's been sitting in the winds, no matter how long it's been, please know that I haven't forgotten that request, and I hope to get to it within the near future. So yeah. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and not do my base today because it's really early right now and I don't really have anywhere that I need to be. I am so excited about this blue eyeshadow palette. I love blue eyeshadow palettes. Blue eyeshadow makes my eyes pop so much because, well, I have brown eyes. Anyway. So let's go ahead and get into today's eyeshadow palette. Oh, this looks so beautiful. So here is today's eyeshadow palette. I'm really excited to play with it today. Honestly, I'm tempted to do 2 looks, but because I do want to wear this look the whole day long, I'm going to just do 1 look in today's video. So I don't know why I pulled out my face brushes. Instead, I need to pull out my eye brushes. So I am going to be using my synthetics here. I've got them all separated here in my 2 little cubbies. I did not take a picture of this palette and I just can't be bothered. So, like I said, I'm going to be using some synthetic brushes today, some of my faves, and I don't exactly know what it is I'm going to start off with. Let's see. All right. I'm going to start off with this darkest blue shade here in a Sigma E27, which is kind of like a small little tapered version of the MAC 217, I believe. Look at that beautiful pigmentation. Let's just see how it's going to work out. Okay, so far, not impressed with this matte. I moved the brush and it kind of moved itself away. Okay, well, let me just give it a chance. Her mattes are just kind of like, they're like, I don't know. They're just not that, they're not buttery. They're not super buildable. I mean, you can carefully build upon them, but like if you move your brush in the wrong direction, it kind of like brushes the shade away a little bit. So that's not exactly ideal, but let's just go further. Let's just carry on. I think these 2 are the only 2 mattes right here. I feel like these 2 are the only mattes in the palette from what I can see. Please let me know if I'm wrong. This might even be a satin from the way that it's... No, I think that is a matte. If I had my reading glasses on, I'd be able to see better. But then if I had my reading glasses on, I wouldn't really be able to put on the eye look, would I? I'm just taking this and blending out that deep dark blue edge a little bit. Ooh, that's a pretty shade, and I do like the way that that color turned with the mix of the dark into it a little bit. Okay, so because her mattes are so dry, they do kind of blend into each other easily. I feel like creamier shades sometimes might be a little bit more difficult to mix into another color because they might overmix, if you know what I mean, just because they're a little creamy. And I don't really see that happening. Like this blue line is super easy to blend out because the mattes are so dry. They are pretty pigmented. They're not dry and dusty. They're dry and pigmented. So, I mean, like, that's good. All right. I do really like that combination so far. I'm going to go ahead and take the same blue shade but I'm just going to take that same second shade and just work it over a little bit into the inner crease some. And then, did I even tell you what brush that was? I don't know the number, but it's this one from Sigma. I am going to go ahead and work over into this blue on the E27 from Rose and Ben. I think it, yeah, pretty sure that's a satin, just by the way that it looks when my brush leaves a little mark in there. Well, I don't know. It's dusting off a lot like it might be a matte. I wish I could still see. Oh, it is a matte. That's a matte. Hooray! What a happy surprise. I am so happy that all three in the middle were mattes because, yeah, that's like the full gamut of the range of blues that I would have liked, like a lighter bright and a mid-tone kind of blending out like more towards the neutral type of a blue, you know, and then not really neutral, but you know, more like a softer blue, and then the really bold blue. And so I think that that worked out really great to have those in the palette. I'm going to go ahead and take this same light blue matte, start to work on the lower lash line. Like ideally I would have concealer on under my eye and it would help keep the powder in place. So I don't know how the longevity is going to wear on the front part, on like on the whole lower lash line, but I'll be sure to back it up with like eyeliner and stuff like I usually do. So, okay. I'm going to take another E27, a clean one. I mean, I guess I could have just wiped off the other one, but I'm going to end up wanting it for the light blue again anyhow, probably, or possibly. So I just want to leave it there and get a clean one. I'm going to go ahead now and work over into this brighter blue here. It looks like it's going to be a satin shade. And I'm going to do that on the lower lash line. I really do like using satin shades on the lower lash line when they're colorful, even for neutrals, because I just feel like the satin shade stays to that area better. And so I really appreciate when there's a satin shade that correlates with the deep dark color of the palette, because I find that I like to pair those together in looks, not necessarily one on top of the other all the time, but sometimes just like, as you see here, like the darker matte and then the satin, the darker satin on the lower. And because it's not as dark and it's got a little bit of some brightness, the satin aspect just catches little bits of light, if you can see there. And it just kind of brightens up that under eye area a little bit, like as far as the color, brightens up the colorful result. I hope I'm making sense. I'm probably not. Okay. I'm going to take this tiny little units brush and go back into this deep blue satin. And I'm going to use this to bring that blue a little bit up into the edge some. I probably could have used that other one still, but I don't know. I had already set it down. And this is just to keep the color being consistent all the way to the outer corner and it not like fading away, because basically all that's around the corner edge, outer edge, is matte so far. And so adding this little deep dark satin into the corner just kind of anchors the color there and makes the lower lash line all cohesive. Wow, I am loving this look so far. I do kind of feel like this is a standard blue look that I usually do, but I'm okay with that if you are. Should I use glitter glue? I feel like Charlotte Tilbury isn't really a brand that's known for needing glitter glue, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead now and dip into this beautiful bright blue right there. It's calling my name. That's really pretty. Wow. You'll notice I'm not going all the way up into that part of my eyelid, and I am doing that deliberately because of the particular shape of my eyes and, oops, I went too far over, and the spacing like of my eyes and all of that. I do the top part of the lid right there and the inner part a little bit brighter just to kind of help open up the space between my eyes because, oops, I just got the dark one. Damn it, I messed up that brush. Okay, that's fine. I'm ready to move on. And which one should I do? This one or that one? I wish you were here and you could tell me, or I wish that this was like maybe alive and you could tell me if you want to see that one or this one. I'm going to go ahead and go with this one first, and then I'm going to use these two as highlight shades, just so I can kind of get a feel for more shades in the color. What? More colors in the palette. More shades in the palette. That's what I meant. Anyway, so I'm going to do this one here on the inner part of the lid. It's really pretty. Oh, that's pretty. That is just the soft blue brightness that I needed. Like, it's not too bright to where it'll interfere with my inner corner highlight that I'm going to put there, but it is brighter than the other shade that I had here on the lid, which is exactly what I wanted to be able to work into this little opening that I left right there. Wow. Oh my gosh, this might be my favorite blue palette. Come to think of it, this is basically reminding me so much of my very first blue eyeshadow palette, which was the ColourPop Blue Moon. I love that palette so much. What I didn't love was the dusty aspect of the formula. Like, it was okay right when you applied it, but like it just didn't wear very long or very well. It all faded away. And also though, maybe also back when I was using that palette, maybe that was before I started using eye base, so that possibly also contributed to the dusty experience. Anyway, this is basically like an elevated version of the ColourPop Blue Moon palette, and I am so here for it. All right, I feel like I do need a little bit of a domed pencil to fit into this little area. So let me look for the right brush that I'm looking for here. This one. Okay, I'm going to take this little Blend Buddy brush back into this same shade and just work that right here into the crease. I should have gotten 2 sets of this Blend Buddy brush when I bought it. I bought it full price after they had been on sale for the faulty glue, and then they came back in stock with like the redo or whatever. I bought the redo set full price. I made a deliberate choice not to buy the clearance set once I heard that they were clearancing on buy one get one free because of the fact that they were falling apart. You know, like it was a bad batch or whatever. And because I'm not somebody that is able to glue my brushes together, I decided I would rather just pay full price and wait for like a good brush set that won't fall apart on me. But I love that they did give the opportunity to buy the faulty set for anybody that was like trying to budget. I'm just blending back over with that first brush. Okay, so now I've got, basically, I've touched the whole bottom 6 of this palette. I've used all 6 of these shades. Now I just need to figure out which of these 3 I'm going to use and how. So I'm going to take a little belly brush. This is my Amazon set that I bought. I'm going to take this little belly pencil and go into this sparkly blue right here. Put that right over. Oh my God. Whoa. Holy. I was not expecting that. I hope that you are able to see that. Look at the difference that that provided. I hope that you can see that gorgeous blue. Oh my God. That is stunning. Holy crap. So the payoff and performance of these blues is giving me a little bit of the Pat McGrath subliminal vibes, just a little bit, not a lot. But wow. Okay, for some reason this one looks more shiny than that. It might just be my position of the light. It might be the way that I applied it. I don't know, but okay, that's so impressive. And if I had smaller fingers, I would apply that on my inner corner with like my fingertip, but I don't. What I do have though is this little sponge tip applicator. So out of curiosity, I'm going to use this little sponge tip. Wow, that picked up so much. I feel like that's going to take it over the top. It just really helps me get in there to be more precise so that I can blend it better up into the other shades. And now I'll be able to flatten this side a little bit. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I do have another shade though to use. So let's see. I want a really, really small brush. I'm going to use this teeny tiny pencil from Nabla, the Amethyst set, and I'm going to use this as a highlight for the brow bone. Oh, wow, that's gorgeous. I have not done my brows yet or anything. This is the first makeup that I've put on for the day, so I will be going off screen here in a minute just to perfect the look and finish out the face how I'm going to wear it. I don't think I'm going to be doing full foundation, but then also, I don't know, it's kind of like an intense blue look to not have foundation on with it, so we'll see. Just taking that same shade and kind of working it down around the edges. Not all the way right there though, because I'm going to blend that out with a blender. Actually, no, I'm going to use this other blue shade here. Even though I wouldn't normally do like such a shimmery shade right there, I do want to see what it will look like. I'm going to use this Blend Buddy pencil into the last shade of the palette. I did not think I was going to use all 9 shades for one look. Okay, that might have been a mistake, but I just kind of wanted to see what it looked like. So I'm going to just use that shade kind of to blend out my edges and provide a little bit of shimmer along this portion. It's actually not a mistake. That's really beautiful. Oh my God, I underestimated that shade. I'm going to have to shift around and try to see if I can capture it on camera for you to be able to see it. And then because it is so freaking gorgeous, I'm also going to put this on the lid. So just give me a second. This shade here is a lot more impressive than I expected it to be. So we're going to have to work it in. Okay, before I do that though, I'm going to take this clean little like angled blender from Belly and just soften up everything on that top edge all together. All right. Wow. I did kind of mess up my outer corner though, so I felt like I need to go back in with a little bit of darkness in the corner. I'm going to use this little Morphe pencil brush. It is a natural hair brush. Here in the outer corner, just, oh yeah, just to re-smoke out my dark corner edge and really define and anchor this look, because I kind of lost that like deep blue. I am gonna need to blend it because I kind of just messed up my top edge. Let's hope that works from afar once I'm done with like the eyeliner and everything. Wow. Oh my God, I love this palette so much. Spoiler, if you had any question, I'm in love with this palette. Oh my God. Thank you so much for voting for me to use my last brand new palette in my collection from recent hauls. I do have other new palettes, but they've been sitting a little bit in my collection, so I'll be working through those in the near future. But okay, um, back with that little blender just to softly tap out that matte edge that I just put in. Okay. Whoa. With this other little, whatever it's called, brush, I'm going to use this same shade. And let's just tap it here. Where? There's too much already going on. Let's just tap it here to see what it does. Thankfully, I didn't go too far over because it's a little bit light, but it just kind of finishes out that bright blue going into the deep matte a little bit. Yeah, so it doesn't really do much on the matte, but I do like it like here on its own. Okay. Wow. These are all the brushes that I used to create this eyeshadow look. Let me go ahead and just stay still for a second and let you look at the eyes. Just the eyeshadow. Because like some people just wear eyeshadow, you know? I'm going to go ahead now and go off screen to add some finishing touches, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look. Okay, friends. Here is the completed look. I absolutely love it. Love, 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 love this eyeshadow palette. I can't believe I used every single one of these shades in the same look, and it doesn't look overly garish, but every single shade added its own unique aspect to this look. And I could have used like half the shades and still created a really beautiful cohesive blue look, but I have different kinds of, you know, like, okay, let me rethink. Like you can do so many different color combinations because there's 3 different tones of and hue families of the blues. It's not the exact same like level of blue in just light, medium, deep. It's literally 3 different blues in 3 different tones. And that really opens up so many options, especially because of the fact that you've got such a variety here in these like beautiful satins that are really, really special. They're more than satins. They're like gorgeous toppery metallics. Like literally, this is my blue eyeshadow palette of my dreams. I think I might even like it more. I just blew a bubble of spit. I'm sorry. I think I might even like it more than my Pat McGrath Subliminal palette. Subliminal? Yeah. Let me go ahead and pull that one out. I don't know which one it's going to be. I hope it's this one. Nope. I bet my colorful one's going to be right here. Oh, good Lord, Michelle. Oh, for the love of God. Wow, I forgot all about that eyeshadow palette. Oh my God. Oh, for the love of God, give me the blue fucking palette, man. Fuck me. Son of a fucking bitch, it was the last one. Oh my God, wait, watch it not even be here. Oh my God, it's not even here. I can't find it. Hold on. Where the fuck is my Pat McGrath palette? What is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the one palette I'm missing. Where is it? What the fuck? Where's my palette? Oh, Jesus Christ. Where is my blue Pat McGrath palette? Okay. All right, well. Okay, I can't find it. Anyway. Here is the finished eye look of the day. I absolutely love it. Let me change the lighting for you a little bit. Hold on. I'm going to lower it and then raise it. I'm going to raise it and then lower it. So there's the bright light. Here's lower. hope you're able to see any of that. I have no idea. All right, anyway. So to complete my eye look, I'm gonna just add a little bit of clear gel to my brows. I'm not gonna fill them in or anything. And I forgot, no, I did do the lower lash line mascara, yeah. That's the finished look. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. That's my finished look with my beautiful Charlotte Tilbury Denim Blue eyeshadow palette. I love, 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 love this palette. This is my absolute favorite blue eyeshadow palette I've ever had, and I'm so here for it. I'm so glad I picked it up. Let me know if you picked up this palette. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Let me know if you skipped it because you aren't a fan of wearing blue eyeshadow. I love blue eyeshadow, and I feel like it gets a really bad rap. Oh, I love this look. Sorry, I was just looking at it here in my mirror. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed hanging out with me and watching me create this look, please give this video a like. I really appreciate it, and it really does help my small channel out so much. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know your experience with Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palettes. And yeah, if you're not already, please take a moment before you go to subscribe to my channel. It is absolutely free to subscribe to me, and I would love to see you at my next video. Bye.